morning, folks. It's Ryan with Snap Line Fishing. I'm out here at my favorite fishing hole this morning. We're going to do a little bluegill, brims, shell crackers. We're going to see what we can get a hold of this morning. We ain't like a typical fishing channel. We're going to show you that you don't need expensive equipment. We're going to show you don't need all the best gear. Right now I'm sitting on the bank about 10:30 in the morning, about 85 degrees already. Before I get going, start catching fish and don't know how to stop and show you nothing, we'll get in here and show you a little gear. Tiny weight, real tiny. Not even sure it's a 3/8 ounce. Rubber stopper. Tiny hook. Now a lot of people want to say you got to use this alt or that alt. Well, let me tell you about alt. This is a very fished out spot where I'm at this morning. People swim here, people boat here, people fish here, people do all kinds of stuff here. I know right against the bank you're going to catch a little tiny brim, and this is where I typically come to catch my catfish bait. I ain't keeping nothing this morning. I'm just out here having a little fun. But you got to know what you're fishing for, how big they are. So you can do all the alt when you want to when you're looking for hooks. But I know if you look at the tip of my finger, that mouth, the mouth of that fish I'm fishing for is a lot smaller than that. So if you come out here with a 2-inch hook with an 1.5-inch gap from the shank to the point, you ain't gonna catch nothing right off the bank. You may if you whiz it out there, but you ain't going to that way. Anyway, guys, just a little intro. We start catching fish. I'm gonna turn the camera back on, show y'all what we doing. Again, cheap reel, $10 Walmart reel. Got one behind me. I'm gonna throw out a little further. Try to get me some shell crackers and big bluegill. I catch a couple bluegill, they might get put in the bucket today. But guys, we're gonna throw them out. See what we got. I'm fishing with night crawlers this morning. I'm cutting them into about 1-inch piece. Once if I catch one, I'll show you exactly how to hook them. But for now, just hang on, see what we catch. All right, folks, we hooked up to something. It ain't too big. Probably a little bluegill, a little sunfish. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, it's tiny. He's good catfish bait. Catfish eat these things all day long. Look how little his mouth is. That's what I was getting to with the hook size earlier. He's tiny. Size of my hand. He ain't half my hand. Great fishing for catfish, for bass. You don't need a big hook. I can't tell you how important it is to know what you're doing when it comes to picking a hook size. Old timers, they'll tell you, what's an alt? Well, you ought to know what you're fishing for. If I was going catfishing tonight, I'd be here right now, busting these little 2.5, 3 inch brim all morning. Get me a nap, and I'd be pulling in big fish all night with the catfish. We'll throw him back and see if we can't catch a few more. Alright, y'all, I also said I'd show y'all how I hook these things. I don't know how good the camera's gonna pick it up. That's a little about 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inch piece of worm. So I'm gonna get in here real close. I'm gonna thread that worm right up that piece of hook. Get about halfway up it. Right there's it. That's it. That piece of worm might be 1 inch, 1.5 inches at best. Brim, bluegill, some crappie, shell crackers, they go nuts for it when it's that size. Leave it out there with a cork, throw it on the bottom like I do. They go nuts for it. Alright, y'all, we hooked up to something else. It's a little bigger than that last one. Not much bigger. There we go, folks. Little shell cracker. They make good bass, catfish bait too. He's a little bigger in my hand. But like I said, this is great fishing for kids. One after another sometimes, especially when it's hot and this place is outfished as it is. But this morning we out here just for fun. Throw him back. Alright, y'all, I didn't get a chance to video this one. It's a good one. Well, sunfish, brim, whatever you want to call him. Again, I'm going to show you his mouth. Look how small. You don't need big hooks. You don't need big gear. You don't need all that stuff. It's not, there ain't no sense in spinning it. My tackle box sitting in the back of the truck, when I open up the camera again here next time I catch one, if I can remember, I'm going to walk up there and get it. I got a little 6-inch by 5-inch tackle box. I probably don't have 5-6 different things in it. That's for catfish, brim, crappie, anything you can call, anything you could possibly imagine is in that same little tackle box. I don't need all expensive stuff. It's not necessary. It's probably 11:30, 12 o'clock now. In this whole fishing hole, there's probably 20 people. Ain't nobody caught a darn thing. Right here is number 13 for me. I've been here about an hour. It's all about knowing your water, knowing what size fish you got, and doing what you need to accordingly to catch them. Like I said, I don't need no big hook. The one thing I will say that's important is line. I got 4-pound test line on this $10 Walmart reel. $3 for a spool of it. Good fish. Good eating fish. Good fish for catfish. Anyway, guys, we'll keep catching them. At the end, see what we got. Guys, no further than I set this thing down, talking to you a minute ago, something got on it. Let's see what it is. Oh, he barely hooked. Check him out. Just barely got him. Anyway, I ain't got every one of them on camera. That's probably number 15 or 16 or something like that. Look, he decided he didn't want to be in my hand no more. Anyway, guys, keep rocking. I was reeling in my deeper one. Oh, and he got off. Well, shows you it ain't always peaches and cream. I was reeling in that deeper one out there fishing for shell cracker, big bluegill. And this one went down, about drug it out of the rod holder. Until next time. Now, if you'll stay on here. Oh, what do I got? Well, you ain't bungee jumping without the bungee. More catfish bait. Guys, I'm telling you, you can catch these things all day. Heat, rain, snow, it don't make a difference. If you've got the right mindset that you're going to catch them, catch little ones, catch big ones, you've got to know your water. Let's catch another one. This shows you that even the smallest, tiniest, that thing ain't even big as my finger, will bite a hook that big if you got the right bait. Today, the right bait is just little pieces of worm. I'm not even going to turn the video off. I'm going to walk right over here, see if I can't turn it over. I'm not even casting out. I'm dropping it right here in the water. Just a real light presentation. Real light presentation. Teasing with it a little bit. Tease it with it. Now watch, it ain't gonna do it because y'all on the camera right now waiting. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Maybe not. Give it another second. There he is. Right there in front of y'all. Look, bungee jumping again. Live action, guys. Right there in front of you. Catfish. Just love these little tiny brim, bluefish, gill, whatever. They eat them up. Kids love catching them though. That was live right there in front of y'all. Okay, guys, so it got a little hot. The fishing hole filled up with people swimming and boats and things like that. So I decided to come home, cut it short. Caught probably, I lost count after a little while. I'm pretty sure there was about 21 fish, a couple good sunfish. Like I said, most of it's just catfish bait. But it's fun because it's something that's easy. It's something kids can do without a whole lot of supervision and doing it for them. My cameraman's 8 years old. He's my nephew. Normally, he's hanging out with his great grandmother today, but we'll put the camera on the tripod and go. And he can do this. This is something simple because I keep it basic. We do not use expensive gear, and I know I've said it 2 or 3 times. I also said that I was going to show you my tackle box. I'm just going to show it to you. I'm not going to do a lot of explanation. Show you here. And a few weights, a few hooks, different size hooks for catfish, crappie, brim, sunfish, bluegill, whatever. A couple corks. That's it. That's as big as it gets for me. I take that on a boat. I take that on the shore. That's what I do. I do have several different types of rods and reels. The most expensive reel I got is a Zebco 33. I don't need nothing more expensive, guys. It's just not necessary. The more gear you have, the more things can go wrong, the less space you have on a boat, on the shore. It's just, it makes it less fun when there's no sport to it. But anyway, before I get on my soapbox with that, if you liked our video, enjoyed our video, like, subscribe, help us out, guys. This is a brand new channel for us. Something me and my nephew are going to put together. Help us out as much as you can. We're probably going to create a Facebook page, Twitter, do the whole 9 yards.